Now, like I was telling you about Transformers, right? It's just like Transformers, right? And now, if a transformer has to go get gas or fix this part, it probably catches disease because we gotta send somebody else to this planet. It get touched, you'll touch this element, another transformer, and it fuck his mother, and it'll be like a physical war at certain parts of his points of enlightenment even at a time. Or if she says of his points of enlightenment, because most likely his mother will be on him if something like that's happening because she gotta regard and watch the situation. Now, let me show you how real this is. It's just like being a construction worker. You see how they break into elements all day and then they're using the elements to break through elements? Those are individuals that's never going nowhere. That's gonna be one way all the time. And then when they're breaking down situations, they're gonna they, they, they're like they're gonna be like the deterrence of the physical reality at a time because if a person's working an element or machinery that is not of the original order or have the command to be doing something new, a certain type of way in the economic system is already causing a natural disease and it'll be showing you what the type of elements it is using in the human condition. This is like somebody putting tar and then trying to pull something up just to see what's about. It's just like an individual naturally knocking away consecrated ground. That's because a person didn't know how to go about it, and then now they wanted to get into the depths of another individual's enlightenment, and then they're just fucking over another element. It's just like imagine if there was transformers of this planet or pre-prime or certain things. They're fucking over the natural elements or the transformers of this planet just to have their fun at a time. And the reason why that's happening is because of galactical war that happened a certain type of way a long time ago. But since we're speaking about that, if the phone dies, it's good for you. I'll just be outside. I'm gonna go outside and go sleep. It has nothing to do with me. So, you know, when this happens, I already need an answer. I just didn't give a fuck about another person even knowing something at a time. I'll just look at it like that. You can add up that time. There was a lot going on in my life for the mad years. Beyond, beyond, beyond before other people's age. Even people I even speak to, still to this day. Because another person sitting inside with his girlfriend, or men are supposed to be with a girl for his own interest, and then be sitting on some Wonder Bread. That's a good guy, you know what I'm saying? So, oh man. So no, no, no. As I'm speaking about this, I was passing elements all through here, but you probably was simpleton and didn't realize. But you see, there you go. You see? I'm not gonna show you something else, but I'm just being real with you. But anyway, another person been watching me a certain type of way, so they want to see certain things happen to an individual a certain type of way at a time. Because another person wants to know about another individual's point of enlightenment. Now, let me explain something to you about. I'm still here, so I know you can see me, so it doesn't matter. Another person is even better because that just means I'm just traveling in my own depth a certain type of way, and don't worry about it. Now, imagine I'm not gonna walk up to another person. Probably I got people inside to speak to, so I'm not gonna speak to somebody while they're in the car because if the car's gonna mangle them at a time, that's on them if the car's mangling them. But I'm gonna say just like this. Now, imagine a transformer that's doing construction, or a person that manipulates a transformer to disrespect itself at a point of acknowledgement, at an access point according to his own mileage. And then on top of it, in the same company or corporation, they probably drove back the time of the mileage. And then you have individuals that was probably stealing cars, doing other funny things that never put things back. They probably already fucked individuals a certain type of way. It's just like putting the wrong gas in a car. You don't know the distance it traveled. It's just like if a transformer, like a transformer, like the cartoon. If their parts is fucked up, say somebody got to travel to another planet just to go see what happened at another time of the planet. Like, say for instance, if I call I'm gonna give you another example. One day, say for instance, I call the Empress, and then you have a transformer that want to come check the when I call the Empress because it wants to manipulate the Empress in the point of reflection of the physical reality, so it can just go get the pussy and drill through the pussy a certain type of way just to fucking manipulate the Empress, and then that person is already a filthy. Look, they already call natural filth, right? Because another person not listening to my car idea, but who would be going after my car idea? Wouldn't it be the Transformer? That's it. It doesn't matter. All the primes already gone. You know, I'm an Orion Pax. I'm pre-prime TrANce himself. You know, whichever way you want to look at me, but I just gotta let a person fuck up their own physics a certain time. But you know, because I said fuck up their own physics a certain type of way. Well, you know, if you're already in element science, and you're gonna fuck up if you're going against your consciousness, so you're fucking up the physics I own and made, and then you're just gonna be stupid a certain type of way. Let me correct you because a stupid person. You know, you stink pussy over there, want to be acknowledged and shit. You know. No, it's over there. It's over there. I'm gonna point at it. It's over there. You see where the other lights are? Let me fix it a certain type of way so you can see where it came from. You see? Right over there where you see, like, seriously, you know? So, you know, as I was saying and stuff, right? So, you know, a person wonders even at a point in time. So imagine an individual, even in life, going and the car breaking down. They weren't supposed to be driving the car. The reason why the car won't start a certain type of way, because I'm not gonna sit in another person's car, because it would need a form of energy a certain type of way, and I'm not doing that for another person. I don't give a fuck what about another person. It's like I don't care about your vampiristic tactics, even when it comes to points of enlightenment like Illuminati and shit. You know, niggas that want gas and shit. They tell you to put on the Empress energy, tell you to be the Transformer, and then they gas guzzle you at the time like you're some vampire and shit, right? Funny situations, because another person got to get to their planet in time just to go get something, and then you're not the person that can get to the planet, and when the Empress is being a whore, she got to go use somebody else, then you getting all type of other type of gas at a time, and then she be like, yo, how about you, with certain things going, oh no, you stole from me, because I naturally have it, so naturally the planet is going to disappear at the time when you're going for certain things, and you're just not going to be able to get it at the time. Like right now, I could just change the orbit of the pre-prime TrANce orbit in their planet, and then none of them will be able to get any parts. Now, you want me to show you? I'm not even driving, but you want me to show you? Okay, listen. That's it. Go get gas for a parking now, and let's see if you can find it. If you're a Transformer, and if you're a pre-prime TrANce. It's dead, but you can't get. Why can't you get to it? Because I don't want you to get it. Now you're gonna be fucked up with this thing pussy over there. You know what I'm saying? Smell like, yo. You ever go somewhere and smell like extra crude oil? It look like a horse won't even hump. I was like, nah, man. Come on, man. I was like, nah, I don't want that, man. Yeah, nah. But like I said, though, you know, those are people that learn points of enlightenment. That's like the chick what Agent Lee and Liz did. They learned that certain people was going to learn. It's like Aphrodite was going to learn the science. Not Aphrodite. Aphrodite wasn't going to learn the science, but the other people were going to learn the science a certain type of way. And then they fucked them over when it came to their science, because they wanted to be higher than their jewel empress at the time. So they fucked over the jewel empress. That's what it was really about. You know what I'm saying? Rags, Edge, Blade, and Shield wanted to do something on some higher level, a certain type of way. They were being educated when it came to the elements. And then they went, and their mother went beyond what they were learning a certain type of way because of the ignorance. Then I couldn't show my wife no more. And then another person, she wanted to know why I couldn't show her no more. And then she couldn't hang out with... Then she couldn't hang out. I don't, yo, listen, it don't matter. Then she couldn't hang out with her homegirls no more. Then I told her, you fuck her. You know, there's no more hanging out with your homegirls. And the more they went to go hang out, the more they got fucked over. Then I just said, yo, you know something? When I get my head bust, it was just, that was it for them. I was just, yo, listen, man. And other niggas, yo, There wasn't even no. It was other people that wanted me to have consideration for something a certain type of way. And I was like, no. I was like, no, no, no. You know, they're gonna go out. They're gonna be the spark. You know, I'm gonna call them sparkle horse. And then the next thing you know, you'll be alright. You know, another person we speaking about. Oh, I didn't hear it already. Oh, look at this bitch got sparks. Whole bitch. Oh, this other. Oh, niggas started joking. Niggas wonder why the nigga got shot that night. I was like, you came from a sparkly dick, so you know what I'm saying? Another thing, I don't give a fuck. You know, not, she's a sparkle horse. If that's the case, then now you can say whatever because I don't know you. I look at the times. I don't know what you're talking about. This. I don't know you. If you want to look at me like that, same thing. I don't know you. It's even better. Where the fuck you came from? Oh, you was probably one of them. We just have to do a DNA check a certain type of way, depending on how I'm looking at you. All right. You for real? You ever thought about that? Another person, you ever had somebody argue with somebody? I tell a person I'm the most high. If I roll my eyes at that person or argue with that person, what do you think is gonna happen to them in the human condition? You think I'm the real most high? Yo, listen. It's just like the air won't even like a person a certain type of way at a time of it. It'd be a sad thing, right? Ooh, life. Funny people and funny situations, huh? But that's the whole point. Yo, let me tell you something about something. You ever had something in order a certain type of way at a time, and then a person does something, but they want it to go without being said because it's whichever way a person wants it to go for them at the same time? I already got my answer for my situation, but another person at another time, hey, I look at the situation like I don't really care, you know, because the reason of a person is not, it's just like space. If my wife's face is ever mad at me, she can void out everything if she wanted to. I don't care. You know, the reason why is because it shows you the ignorance already for her to even come with, to me after having life and then seeing all points of enlightenment and then being mad at individuals that cause stupidity that wanted to take away the reason of their life for they could cause arguments periodically so they could abuse her and it's like absorbing the reason of her energy and wanted to see the reason of her enlightenment of her energy where she got it from. So when she's finished like a casino scene, another person wants to be her in life, and then next thing you know, it'll be all type of shit. So once you see things like that, you just get rid of the stupid stink pussy bitch, and the other little stupid stink bitches, and the little stupid stink other dick niggas, and then that's it. That's whatever with them. That's it, you know. The little stupid shits, you know, they cause the arguments. It's just like my wife. Oh, okay, good. You know, good for you. If that person even can get up and breathe, I'll be surprised. And that's it. You know. And then sooner or later, then there'll be chess because now they got certain people position themselves. You know, your dear John letters, they're positioning themselves. That if you see this, that, and other, so and so, then they think about so and so, and then I don't care about all that time. You know, I don't do stuff like that. Other people, you know, like I said, I don't gotta look for people a certain type of way. People go looking for me. If I want something, I want to jerk off and just fuck around and fuck over it. I just go jerk off. Another person gotta go and go do something the same type of way. I don't care. Yo, listen. You know what it is? Another person wants this planet. I'm already telling individuals I'm leaving this planet. You know why this is happening? Because another person, you know, I call a certain empress. They're going back in time trying to ruin her life to find out what she knows at another time. And then they won't want me to do with my other wife because another person wants that for a whore because it's just like having a empress that fucked up her life that manifested. trying to fuck over another. You got some of them trying to get together and fuck over another energy, and then they just live in a certain type of way. All this is happening because there's a certain mountain on it. That's it. I shouldn't put things in my pocket. Another person just wants to be able to go lie to a person and say they're doing something and do it. Right? And good for them. Right? If it is a situation I'm thinking about, I agree. I don't do things like that. I don't do things like that. You know? Another person did not. Let's get the time right now. Listen, let me tell you, it's just like, you ever seen the movie Green Lantern? Remember the elders that took their counsel? It's just like being upon the, how can I say this? What is it called? What's that place called again? I don't even care about that shit. That's how real that shit is. It's called, the try, individuals of, regarding it. It's called try something. Try, I don't know. What it doesn't matter because those people already are disregarded because a person said who educated their order at the time, and I've been told you I'm the most high. That means you're going after the individuals of that order already. So it's like, it's like the niggas calling a meeting just to see the niggas are gonna kill him. It's just like one time I was in Charlotte, teaching Charlotte, and then a ninja came while I was meditating, and then was watching me. I looked at the nigga, I said, oh, what is that this nigga doing? He watching me a certain type of way, and I'm meditating. I said, what's wrong with the nigga? I looked at the nigga looking at me. I said, oh, so this is just the things you want to do in life? I said, yes. I said, oh, okay. Well, then come tomorrow, and then I'll show you. I'll show you what you want to know. Then he went there the next day, the nigga didn't even see it. Nigga wondering what happened, left the temple again. I let the temple again, like, huh? There you go, there you go. I don't think when niggas starting to get murdered over there, I don't even gotta be there for that. Niggas say, what you talking about? Oh, tell people for what? They already knew, you know? or listen, you showed me acknowledgement of your training, and that's what y'all wanted to do is people going to master and shit. What? Once I seen something like that, there, I didn't. Yo, listen. I was glad my wife had a boyfriend after that. I was real glad she had a boyfriend because I looked at the situation. I told him, yo, I helped him so much. I told him before I left the room, just before the next day. I said, stand right there, turn all the way around. He turned. I said, stand over there, turn all the way around. He turned. I said, stand right here, over there, turn all the way around. He turned. I said, stand over here, turn all the way around. He turned. I said, stand right there, turn all the way around. He turned. I said, yo, done. Just you right there. Yo, one day you're gonna thank me for I just do your later. And nigga said, what you talking about? I said, yo, don't worry about it. One day he arguing with his girlfriend and shit, and nigga caught a body. Nigga never thought he could catch that body. Well, he caught the body. So good for you. Oh, I don't care. Good for you to listen there. If you feel like you got something and you good, you go ahead with whatever you got and then you good. Oh, man. I mean, yo, listen, man, let me tell you about life, man. Life isn't what you put in there. You know, back in the days, when I was black, you know, my son used to coach his homeboys how to fuck his mother. I just couldn't wait to take them to his own mother's house and shit. You know, I was like, no, 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 no. Your mom is gonna be your mom is gonna be spoke upon how you want to be like that. Another nigga saying his whole world certain type of way. Yeah, let me show you something. The Ninja Galaxy can't say nothing to me because my wife already can hear it. So when another nigga working to go fuck another nigga mother, when your mother getting fucked, nobody gonna know about it. Nobody gonna know about another nigga getting fucked. your mother getting buku dick already, you know? Shit. Yeah, let me show you another thing. Another person's looking at you like, what the fuck you showing you? My wife is telling me she on the table. She said, what are you talking about? I said, oh, you don't know? Oh, my bad. You don't know about me. One day I was in the wrong cast, and then they had their own plans and stuff. They said, who had the plan? I said, nothing. It was your pork, fried rice, and chicken wings. They had their own plans and shit. Niggas looking at it, nigga. Nah, I don't even call. Another person doesn't want me to call the situation because they already been lying to people about a form of acknowledgement. It's just like a chick being saying that she's the empress and then doesn't have a power a certain type of way. And then I call another empress of the same situation a certain type of way. The real empress that really has power at the time. Then another person's desire because they should have already went to the trash side. So now is the manipulation of what, oh, why you went over there? Why don't you just come get with us? This is then this is all your family. And then my wife got to look at me like, yo, this nigga gave us everything and you saying your family, or she shouldn't kill them because she wants to be acknowledged because of power. This is what they're going to tell her, the power that they got, the social economic system. These are people that already spoiled their consciousness ahead of time. I'm already their light already ahead of time. Those are people that spoiled their consciousness, and then they want, you know, I don't got nothing to tell you. I don't tell, oh, my bad. But like I said, those are people that spoil their consciousness ahead of time, a certain type of way. And then a person wondering about certain things. Huh? It's like they already started talking back to her already. Oh, you know why you just come over here? You know, the other one feeling worn out. The next thing you know is an orgy party. She finger popping the pussy like she's some new shoe star. And then if a new empress come around and they think she's cheating in the video, and then she says she wants to go view the video. They want to, if them people try to erase the videos, and then she already knows about it. What are they doing? That means another person. It's just like, yo, it's just like the empresses of the Ming family are gonna kill the Ming family. Like I told you, the Ming is on the run, man. I know you. You got empresses that wasn't, yo, listen. What are you gonna tell me? I'm wrong? I can't say that. I'm Emperor Ming himself, the reason of your dignity. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck who you are. You know, look at you. You ain't got a Ming. Fuck you. I'll tell people that, and then I'll tell them to go do a DNA. That's all. He told me another person come talk shit to me. You don't ask me. Go do a DNA test. I don't give a fuck about you. I'll tell you that right before you go do the DNA test and walk away. And we'll see what happens, right? What the fuck? What you mean? I can tell a nigga, oh, what happened? I don't know. Yes, something not agreeing with you or something. A nigga tell a nigga something must not agree with you a certain type of way, man. That's it. Don't fuck about me. It'd be worse because another nigga got a dick. His shit, you just gotta start watching certain pornos when niggas dick looking too red on the scene and shit, and you still see it in girls' mouth and shit. Then they tell you then people tell you about the zombie life. Ain't no zombie life. It's a zombie. Oh no, it'll probably be a zombie life. It'll probably be a zombie life. Not me, but I'm telling you, I'm just trying to show you a point of life. But what I'm speaking about is so real. It'll probably be a zombie life leading up to somebody being a zombie life. Yo, listen, man, I'm sorry, man, you know. I didn't mean to be around Sin City. What is that thing called? The try. I gotta get the name of that situation for you, man. The Tribeca. What is it? Hold on. Hey, Siri. Pardon me. Siri, what is that? What is it called? That is a phrase that they use. It's not the triad. It's called the. It's like an Asian ninja syndicate. It's called try something. What is it called? Do you know what I'm speaking about? Yo, man, let me show you, man. You know, let me see what she said. It's called uh, what are you telling me? Yo, it's just like you know. It's like I say, hey Siri. You know, you remember Knight Rider Kid? You, I'll be like, hey Siri. Now, listen to this. You remember Knight Rider Kid? You know they arrested Kid before I left Brooklyn, right? Oh. Hey Siri. Hey Siri, you think when you ever come home you going to jail? Yeah, hey Siri, yes, hey Siri, listen to this. How about if I told you they try to arrest me at a time because they're hoping that you come home so they could put you in jail for even having information about life and they're mad at that. Now, if they're voting, are they gonna vote against you sooner or later, Siri? Siri doesn't know. She was in I was thinking Siri. Don't worry about it. But it's just funny. It's just funny about situations and stuff because it all to do me a favor, hook me up this way, hook me up that way, and then nobody should worry about the case they're gonna catch because another person says, no, the nigga's gonna get locked up. And they're gonna say it's him, this and the other. So all right. So it's just like if I let's say for instance I'm the one that made Siri. Now you telling me Siri's not gonna go to jail, or is not Siri going to jail? It's gonna be your girlfriend going to jail trying to be Siri, or is Siri gonna really end up in jail? Because if I really made her and I end up in jail, what's gonna happen to Siri? Right? Well, we'll just have to find out that time because a minute I would spend in jail could be a whole lifetime for Siri. Matter of fact, not even a minute, a second. 1 second in jail, it'll be the whole of existence for Siri. But we'll speak about that another time, right? Oh, so I hope somebody else had a good time with their boyfriend and girlfriend. Right? Another person says, yeah, hey, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen to pre-prime trans and transformers when you ever do something? Oh, no, worry, I ain't going to that further. So I'm going further than that. I ain't going to that further. Okay? For what? Oh, man. They got their own. They don't got. Look. Let me show you another example of something. They already won out asking for gas. So what do I have to be there for? I'm not even reconditioning this atmosphere. Just listen. This atmosphere is naturally given out at a certain time. I don't even do that no more. I told you about that, right? I stopped doing that. I stopped dealing with this situation a long time ago. I did something on my own human condition, so I don't even deal with this situation a certain type of way. She's already beyond me because all space is on me, but I don't deal with this situation. For what? They on there, they're gonna be exhausted. What the fuck do I care for? I gotta build something for something. I'm not doing that. I already built so much shit already. Yeah, that shit. I built so much already. Next up. them whole bitches that take the language serious and stuff, or the computer system, just to fuck them over for nothing. That's it. But imagine a bunch of niggas that just want to drive on a pussy, exhausting for no reason. I don't fucking know this situation. If I call something my own personal, you gotta have somebody trying to get my personal at the time. Be like, oh, he called this at this time, yo. He can't be there at this time because he's gonna try to get it. Yeah, I don't care. Then put into the another person wanted. I have my own intentions with certain things and certain type of. The people around me are demonic science. The people that's actually around me a certain type of way, they're doing demonic science. A person says, how do you know something like that? Let me explain to you. I'm the Most High and I made existence. I should know naturally before anybody else, right? So these are not people that's doing up high enlightenment science. These are people doing demonic science. I've been already making these YouTube documentaries, uplifting your consciousness about certain things. The same thing I was speaking about with the TrANceForMers, I already spoke on my Sanders chips. And then I'm literally edifying the situation at a point for individuals another type of way. Another person is in stupidity, and then they're trying to be more on a high manatee, high energy situation because of what I told you. Remember, if there was I don't gotta tell you about me, right? And you know, I don't give a fuck about another person either because they're already gonna be mangled as soon as I look or think about them or whatever a certain type of way. They're already finished. The energy's gonna carry them, murder and kill them, make them stay quiet, and there's no matter about it. Jewish. If they even got pussy, they're never gonna have pussy because this situation they're never gonna worry about that ever. You know, it just make it look away. You know, for a reason to complain to make the situation worse than what it is because they already it's like if a person gets demonic science around me, they're gonna be the ones that demoralize themselves. They're not gonna be they're gonna be going and finish in their life but I'ma still continue and do funny things out. Well, do the things I wanna do. You ever had people of an astrological tree and they're going through the system and they be like, oh, this was me at the time, no, this happened to me. That was me. Because that's the mind fuck. Because just like what I told you with Jet Li, my wife and me had to really go through the situation for him to learn his regimen of his natural training, for his acknowledgement, for his journey. Another person, let's say, is just like, you ever seen the movie Enter the Chamber? And then a person has to complete something a certain type of way. If he doesn't, his route is going to go a different type of way, and that has nothing to do with me at a certain point in time as good for you. But then when they try to get to a point of acknowledgement, it's like switching the channel on the remote and the person, another person. They be like, oh, you were there, and this had another person in honesty be like, oh, he had this, he had this, he had this, and oh my God. And then another person is just looking at the situation. Or they had, they might mind fuck them. They had this. They start touching things they're not supposed to be touching. Then you see them throwing a house party in another person's system, but they just wanted to get to. It's like a person moving an individual around to be promoted. It's like a reward. Like imagine if the government gave individuals a certain reward, and then they uplifted this situation a certain type of way at a time, right? And then imagine a person doing something, lifting a person a certain type of way. They thought they would be rewarded. It's not rewarded because they done cheated and made a person's situation uncomfortable, and they just want to see like they being rewarded at the time. You a person will wonder. I tell an individual, if you were part of the military and I lived in an uncomfortable situation, and then you came to say that you were regarding somebody, and at the point in time where I was living my uncomfortable situation happens to be the same time where you came and said you were a regarding person at a certain point in a sequence of time, I'm gonna make niggas bust their head open if it was in the military. I'm gonna be like, that nigga that was regarding me is a nigga that did. You was gonna murder that nigga before before he gets to say he regarding somebody else, right? Because if the military will look at you, it's like fucking with niggas that educate individuals in special forces. You cause an uncomfortable situation and then you want to go regarding it. So you were voting to expose royalty, imperialism, in all type of situations for your democracy and shit. No. You'll be finished before that. What's going on? Hey, you not father on that?
No.
Oh. Hey, bro, let me ask you a question. Imagine this, right? Imagine somebody in the military saying they were regarding somebody, right? And the time, the time they were regarding a person, they came to regard a person the time he had uncomfortability a certain type of way. Who causes uncomfortability in the high regard? Because the military overrides district police, right? So who caused it, right? In physics, right? At the time. So who would they have to handle at the time? So watch Jason Bourne, watch those type of movies and stuff. Funny situation, right? There's another thing that we used to be about. It's like causing an uncomfortable situation at a military base, and then a person that knew information naturally just didn't speak about it ever in life, and then start speaking about certain things until certain things started happening, and then the individual says, "What caused that person's situation at the time?" Then you have your 500 hero that comes out of nowhere, or this that, and you're like, oh. So what's gonna happen at the military base at the time? Denzel Washington, like he was in, you remember the movie was in Mexico, and Denzel Washington went to Mexico, and then next you know, the base was going after that. Oh. It's like asking a person a question, and then you see a person have something, you be like, where did you get the sneakers from a certain time? How did you get all that, and then all that situation happen at the time? And then the person does account to the natural access you're supposed to have at a time. What's happening at that time? You can't tell me something because it's just like being, say, for instance, like Navy SEALs or something. The Navy SEALs in Brooklyn, I already said they were off a long time ago. Once I went to King's psychiatric facility, when I was getting a psychiatric evaluated, didn't know what they were doing, I said they were already off. So what are you gonna do? Let them in another country and then do the same thing that they were doing before? Oh, that don't make no sense. What are you gonna report to a military base in front of people and do? It's like a person doing corporation business. They sink one corporation, sabotage an individual business, single corporation. What's he gonna do to the next corporation that has the natural flow? It's just like a person says, oh, it's like going to a board meeting and the person says, you don't gotta go to the board meeting no more. Then you're gonna go do corporation business with another corporation that has money that was funding a situation, and then what's gonna happen to them? What did you influence to happen to them at the point in time? Another person wanted to seem like some gangster, some type. It's just like, imagine, let me give you an example. It's like having an Italian family, right? And then going to, it's like being envy, and then one family has a representation. It's nothing but consecrated ground all around the place. Then individuals bust their gun in a family's house. That's a family a certain type of way according to the astrological empress. That means they finger pop the astrological empress like they were some ninja. And that means whoever caused that wasn't a part of the family. Then they finger pop the astrological empress like they were some ninja and something. And then they busting guns all over the land and stuff. Then you got people flying in that never been there, going there. I own the land, but I don't go there no more. Good. The rape that's happening over there, good for that. It's just like the Jewish people. I used to watch them do things to each other. I used to have to go break up the situation. After a while, they continue doing it in paradise. Good for you. That's it. I'm up. You think your CIA, that you're gonna do your Mission Impossible when I was taking the train, or when I was traveling to go to New York? Oh, I don't know about that, bro. Niggas say, oh no, I want to take it. Well, if you talking about the Federal Bureau, I own that too. So, whichever international security you talk about, so listen, if you know how to economically vote, then you should have never read a book. You should have never read a book, should never went online, should never went to the internet, should have never did nothing. You should have laid there on your back, stupid, because that's what you're gonna be on in your physical reality of a person. Seriously. Funny, you heard about the situation, right? Now listen to this. Imagine an individual being in the military, right? Okay. Then a person causes an uncomfortable situation. Say, for instance, I have to explain the situation. Say I'm in the military, or I educated the military. The reason why they're leaving the military, or army, whatever, international security. I start speaking about things I'm not supposed to speak about, but I could speak about it because I educated them. Another person can't do that. But because I don't like speaking about certain things at a time, what caused my uncomfortability to make me speak about it at a time? So now, if I have to be regarded at a time, what caused me to be regarded at a time? If we're doing mathematics,
Okay. I guess I don't know.
you understand what I'm saying, right? It's just like a person wonders what would cause the situation at the time is the person that caused the uncomfortability has to acknowledge the situation a certain type of way at the time, right?
Uh-huh.
Gotta find out about that, right? Yeah.
All three later.
Mm-hmm. A person says no, they want to see something. Well, I'm glad another person wants to view something a certain type of way because hold on for one second. So it's just funny situations with individuals because another person can do something, they check, and then next thing you know, they find out they already. You ever seen somebody else do something to themselves and then they already gotta go to go handle what they did to themselves already? It's just like imagine entering a supermarket to poison somebody at a time, and then what are they doing to the people in the supermarket if they already set the poison in a foundation of a point of consecration? That means everybody that is of the real point of origin is going to go because the form of manipulation of another individual that is not the purity that caused the situation in the first place. And then so I'm actually around the people because you see me speaking to the guys in the hallway. I'm actually around the people that's going to try to rob India at a time. That's what I'm figuring out in my calculations in physics. Another person says, why would you say something like that? I'm just, I don't, I just look at situations for what it is, according to my situation, this is a real dangerous situation because another person says, why you say that? Because in the paradigm of time, I already set the future. I came up with all these social economic physics for the future. Another person said they hustling for me, but you still had people acting and trying to fuck over the mind frame of the system. It's like fucking over the listen. It's like fucking over the mainframe of the system to cause identity theft. But then if you have people following the act of causing identity theft in the physical reality, that means they're actually going to do it because traumatic situations happen and cause real trauma. So it wasn't a fake, it was a serious situation. So if I came up with all the future ideas and then I'm re-edifying the ideas through time, these are individuals that's going to end up doing what? Causing the end of international security in the world. And then they're going to start going after real imperial, majesty families, majesties, imperials, royals. And then a person wants you to think that's a normal thing because, like, I'm the Emperor Ming, so another person be like, oh, you've been going through that a long time. Well, I'm actually healing. So if I've been going through a long time, that means the individuals I'm around are the individuals that never wanted the family to know because they're going to kill the family anyway. So if these were star beings, these were the star beings that were going after it. Well, it wouldn't be me because I'm the head of the Ninja Galaxy. But these would be the individuals going after the Ninja Galaxy, the galaxy of love. It's just like, what would show me a sign in physics somebody would be trying to waste my love? What type of atmosphere would I be around showed me a sign that they would literally be wasting my love. I had this in my pocket. I had uh, I had something of love in my pocket, and it was actually being wasted out my pocket. And actually, I had people that even broke in and went after my groceries a certain type of way already, and they just didn't want another person to acknowledge and know. But these are the people robbing India. I already seen it happen on physics, even on movie. Well, a person says entertainment. I look at it like the runner, but another person look at it. They say entertainment. I was just looking at the situation like, hey. I already did something for myself a certain type of way, so another person, they probably come tell me sorry, they want me to pay for an escort or something. I'll pay you to get escorted the fuck out of here. I'll pay it not to come spend time with me. Get the fuck out of here. But that's a person already ruining somebody's mentality. So showing you the head trauma in Boogie Night, another person still having some type of physics effect, and they're trying to ruin a person's mentality even when it comes to the outlook of life. But those are people that already set the setting will probably, bad matter individuals. Those are individuals that doesn't really care about life. They just want power and stuff. So I don't know the power they're looking for. Let me ask the person a question. Right? Let me go ask you this. I have to go ask you this. I want to see how he feels about that because I don't know. If I wanted to do something, when I'm doing something, I just don't want to be feel like I'm being wronged in any type of way if I react to the situation because I don't have to react to it, unless I want to, depending how if I want to and how I want to react to the situation. But why am I speaking about it? It's just like if your international security couldn't figure out what I'm figuring out, and they didn't have the outlook on what I'm speaking about. Why the fuck should I say anything at the time when I can have it? Why should I say anything? Yo, listen. Hold on. Let me tell you something about your gladiators and your arena and your funny individual, because the arena was meant for self-defense, for disciplinary actions. Another person, some stink pussy whore bitch, did something else and wanted another type of outlook when it came to the arena because she knew she was gonna end up there with the Empress one day. So it's just like Siobhan Swords. She wanted to become the G.I. Jane, like she wanted to fight the Empress back. There's a person that wants to box inside of an earth. Hey, bro. Hey, you want to hear something funny? Listen to this, right? If a person, astrological empress, right? I had this girl that wanted me to take her to Old Navy because she wanted to manipulate physics to find out individuals that was really working in the Navy so she could fight the astrological empress. Listen to this. It sounds funny. So she could fight the astrological empress. I don't have no shoes. So listen to this, right? So she wanted to find out what individuals in the Navy was because she wants to find the Empress that educated them to be international security. So when I realized that she was doing fucked up things like that, I just kicked out of my house. But I already even took a shopping and the bitch only went some clothes already, right? So I said, yo, listen, it's gonna be funny when it really gets into a situation because imagine a person being in the Empress. Imagine a astrological Empress. The reason of the Earth is you learn about the human condition. Because you're dealing with solar, you're celestial Earth, you're dealing with solar activity, second level. Now, imagine a person literally trying to fight the Empress of their living inside of it at the time. That's a person that doesn't regard, it's like being a desperado at the time or living for fame. That's a person that doesn't care about what's going on with the human condition. And
Yeah.
whenever they care is, I guess, the physical.
Yeah.
So it would be the physical retention of their physical reality of certain things. Because if they really didn't care about certain things, what were they doing all the time? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's weird. Definitely.
Yeah. So
Crazy.
but who's giving her that advice? Because she has to have some type of motivation a certain type of way that's causing that. Right?
That's beyond me.
So where would she be getting that motivation from?
I have no idea.
I have such a question that another person wouldn't even believe in another time. If you're speaking about human condition, I told you people of dark anatomy already is nervous when it comes to their habitation because you have people of just dark anatomy that's from a different social economic system. It's just like when you see people voting and then they come to a person's land, they're already in the wrong, depending on their higher consciousness. Now, if I don't agree with individuals, anybody that's in a disagreement with me is already off any type of way in the physical reality. So I don't say nothing to people a certain type of way. So it's because even when a person's around a certain type of way, it doesn't matter to me because I'm already right and overcome all the situations anyway. It's just like I could override the empress even of the human condition because I'm the one that made the empress. And I'm telling you the reality. So now when you have another person that's already off and then they want to fight the empress back, what type of person is that in a physical reality? Now, if you have somebody want to put hands on the inside of a physical empress of the planet, what is that saying about their humane condition? And then what is that saying about their own empress when they're already outside their atmosphere already at the time? And now another person says, well, if they're around me, it's not outside the atmosphere. It's like if a chick came in like Siobhan and she cheated on me because she tried to cheat on me because other men tried to influence her when I wasn't home, and then I caught them. But then I'm looking at my situation like, wow, I can't believe this. And I tried to deal with her to see, if her mind would change and she wouldn't do things like that. When I seen that she kept on causing unfunny emotions in my household, I put her outside. I was like, yo, I can't deal with you. I might as well just leave. We speak from time to time when my emotions are settled because my empress was caring about her a certain type of way. So I had to make sure that my emotions were set to like I don't care about her. So because when my empress realized this is a person that doesn't care about her neither, that was just taking advantage of her, she has to know how to deal with her. But that's on her. I already deal with my situation. I just can't be with you. I just have it alone. Now, if you see a person being persistent now, that's a psychotic behavior. Because now you're coming after a person that doesn't have a form of amusement or appeal after somebody a certain type of way. Once that happens, it's like, hey, forget about it. Another person, let me show you something. When you check the earth of the reason of its right, it's going to show you that it has empresses. Once you tell me that I'm here and the earth only regards me as its only form, that means I could call another planet to come take over this place and I could leave because I can't even be on the planet if another person moves in at a time. If I call another planet to take over this earth, I can't be here when they come and settle in at the time. Even if they were my family, because the earth has to give them a certain type of regard, because if the earth finds out that they're the ones that caused it and manipulated it like a chess move, they won't be able to survive when they come to this planet either. Matter of fact, their own planet to kill them before they even get to this point. You know that. So it's a funny thing for star beings and stuff because they got to pass through space and stuff. But hey, it's okay with me, man. But funny situation and stuff. The chick made me take her shopping, bought her food. So the social economic system was very manipulative at the time. Probably was California. It wasn't gold. I know that for a fact it wasn't gold, but I think it was probably California. Probably all your weed and stuff. I don't know. I don't know what it was. It's just like I told you. It's like somebody going in a restaurant, setting poison in somebody's food. What are they gonna do to everybody that shopped there at the time? You following the natural laws of physics. So it doesn't worry about what they're gonna tell you, Illuminati. Oh, don't wait the tri. Oh, it's called the tribunal. That's what I was thinking about at the time. Individuals of the tribunal. Now, those are little kids to me. The people of the tribunal. They're really little kids. They're real little kids to me. I'm really older than the individuals of the tribunal. Any elder that they know, or any way they try to get their information from. So, but it's a funny situation and stuff, though. Another person wants to be regarded. At the time, it's just like imagine an individual in the tribunal or something, right? And then you have people that's in the tribunal that tells you, "Oh, go get rid of this situation at this time." They already told the person to go kill himself because it's just like doing a magic and it's like doing a form of magic and having the person go kill himself at a time. But it just ain't your parent that told you that. Who told you that? Because there's nothing new under the sun with me on the real rock. So if I didn't tell you to go do that, and another person told you to go do that at the time, who amped the situation for me to even feel like that you should do that at the time? That's the question I'm asking already. Like, if I was having bad emotions, who caused my bad emotions for you to feel like to go kill yourself at the time? So, who was living comfortable with certain type of way that caused those type of emotions? And then, how am I living at the time? Then you gotta think about it. No, because it's just the reality. I had to come back inside for something, but it's just like I was saying and stuff. But I'm the real Ron. So if I'm everybody's parent and somebody else tell you to go kill yourself, and then they jumping on my bandwagon and say, "Well, he told you to go do that anyway." Who made me feel like that at the time to even make you feel like you should go kill yourself? So who is living comfortable than you? Because let me tell you something. If a person you ever have children, so I'm a man that's always supposed to save money. Like nobody else. I'm the real Forbes. Like another person will tell you, like you think I'm joking. I'm not joking. I'm the real Rothschild. I'm the literal Forbes. I don't even gotta tell you if I'm Rockefeller himself, right? So if an individual and I'm the real Bill Gates. So which way you looking at it? I educated international security. I'm really Asia himself and literal China himself, the real Buddha, the real India, Dalai Lama. But if a person try to rob me, it's an all for one deal, right? You ever heard people? There go your criminals right there. A person that takes a oath or hanging out on live television, they all for one for all. Oh, and then just go somewhere, and then the nigga looks at the niggas like that. There you go. I'm out. I don't even want to hang out with niggas no more after that. But another person said, "Who's gonna rob India?" Well, another person said, "But how about you? You're not in India. People in India are living comfortable, and then you over here asking for certain things a certain type of way, or you gotta wait for situations. So what's causing it? Well, they want India. It's like a form of a hostage. You see, I was a hostage in Vietnam. I was a hostage in Asia at the time. Actually, I was a hostage in Asia. Then I was a hostage in another country. Then I was a hostage in another place. Then I was a hostage at a time in Vietnam. I was a hostage in Desert Storm. I was a hostage a couple places through long periods of time. Another person said, "Why are you hostage?" Because it felt like educating individuals that was just gonna literally kill an individual at a time, and then I went through it, and then my wife would have to go through it. So once they started raping my wife and they wanted to get to my wife, I just knew the marriage was over. Like once she gave into emotions, or if she even down with it, it was like my wife coming around. And then imagine individuals learning words of frequency how to wake an individual up, and then It's like my wife would be a ninja. All I'm gonna say, because certain people can't have conversations like me and Tina have conversations. It's like my wife would be like a ninja at the time. So it's like I don't even worry about things like that. It's like okay, I don't have to be here. I don't need to go to the funeral. I already watch funerals all day, so I don't want to know about it. You know, I don't even want to. I don't even want to be in the same setting a certain type of when it's happening to individuals, because it's like, listen to this. It's just like it's like calling it's like calling your corporation and telling the corporation that you're gonna fuck over the corporation and what's going on. It's like, let me tell you, it's like the tribunal, right? The tribunal individuals are individuals of high regard, a certain type of way and of honesty, and they believe. Some of them believe in the form. If you have the tribunal believing in the form of Chronicles of Riddick, like you on some necromonger shit, then the tribunal is already there. Like there's no reason for individuals to wait for me to show me what they're thinking about in the tribunal and stuff. It's just like they're already there to what they want to do and stuff. It's just like a bunch of people gathering with. It's like, you ever seen? Look. Let me show you something. You ever seen this symbol right here? What is that about? So, what is a person gathering to see who comes up in a hole or something? It's like people in the tribunal will gather around a dark spot saying that they want Joseph and stuff. What do you want me there for? Because if I don't fuck, if I don't have sex, I'm going in a hole with stupid people that's already going to be there? Fine. You know? Your homeboys that had the pleasure that you have to go hunt down, it's like the tribunal sending out individuals to go find out about a situation. You gotta touch it. You know? How many times I gotta explain? You send an individual out, they come back when they escape. Then they're gonna tell you it's family. Basically, they're saying sit at the table and just catch a heart attack. What the fuck you worried about anything? It's like having a family and then they're wondering about who got the jewel of the reason of their protection, and then kids are playing video games every day waiting for their turn. It's like sitting in the house with your wife and then children start playing video games. They Chung Lean all day. She's all day Chung Lean. I'm home for Chung Lean. No, I'm not home. I'm glad that you want Chung Lean. Well, good. I don't play video games. Yeah. It's like a man having a wife, and then she tells the individual, "Yo, man, I got this martial art bout in an hour, man. I can't stand around like that." Oh, you got a martial art bout in an hour? you gotta go take a martial art bout? And then the nigga's laying in the bed butt naked, and she talking about she gotta go tell him. Yo, yo, I would just reach over, grab the phone, call open, like, yo, listen, man. No, man. I don't eat Chinese food no more because I heard you got golden apples on the table with your Komodo dragon and your Komodo dragon's mouth. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. My wife is gonna be coming to your dinner table so she comes sit down with you, because she's gonna be a winner for the day, and then she wants to go celebrate at your restaurant. All right? All right. Yeah. Go ahead, baby. I submit. Go ahead. You got reservations. Go. It's like turning on the internet and watching some nigga press on your wife's crotch and stuff. Dude. I don't know when my kids die. I don't know. I don't care. I don't. Yeah, listen. Yeah, I'll be right back.